Hi, it's Rich Trani with TMC. We're at the Real-Time Web Solutions Conference in New York, 2016. Elias Carrera is with us. He's with Quobis. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about Quobis.
Okay, so Quobis is a Spanish-based company. We're based in Europe. We've been 10 years in the industry. In the beginning, mostly working in the SIP and IMS, and especially for telcos. And since 5 years ago, working strongly in the WebRTC domain, selling solutions to service providers, but also enterprises as well.
Fantastic. And what sorts of things have you been seeing in the industry?
Well, we know that WebRTC had a long way to go. Okay, from the beginning, when we were working with the standards groups and everything, things were still not ready to use. And so the last, I would say, 3 years, we spent a lot of time explaining WebRTC, evangelizing, pitching to the people what's about, telling the difference between this and Flash and other technologies. But now we are more and more seeing that there is money on the table for WebRTC, and there are the first real RFPs in service providers and especially in enterprises. So I think that now it's really a reality, and we should stop using the term WebRTC and let's talk about real use cases and what you can do with the technology, but stop talking about the standards, codecs, and those type of things, because I think we are messing up the customers with so much technical discussions, and we have to go straight to the use case and how can they make more money with the real-time solutions.
I agree. That's actually one of the reasons why we changed the name of the conference from WebRTC to Real-Time Web. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So, okay, and what are some of those use cases that are making money for carriers and enterprises?
Yeah, starting with enterprises, we've seen now in Europe especially a lot of use cases around customer onboarding and enrollment. You know, because especially banks and financial institutions, they're cutting branch and they have less and less employees, let's say, working physically in offices, and they're moving to the cloud, to the web. So also regulation is helping for those areas. So customer onboarding, it's really a nice use case, and WebRTC technology is perfect for that. So the customer knows nothing about WebRTC, the agent knows nothing about WebRTC, but they see that the technology works a lot. That just using their smartphone without anything else to install, they can open up, for example, a new bank account without moving from their sofa, and that's quite interesting. We have customer banks which are spending a lot of money, for example, during the weekends on announcement on television, or, for example, if they're sponsoring football in Europe, when their offices are closed. They want to change that. They want to make money, and if one of their customers is watching an ad, they want that customer to have the call to action, that they can open up an account right in that moment, not waiting until next Monday when the office is open. And in enterprises, we are seeing a lot of use cases for WebRTC complementing existing service provider development around VoLTE and voice over Wi-Fi, especially for those use cases where the customer does not have a SIM in their device, and they need in some way to provide also connectivity to those users that cannot be left behind. So real-time communications on the browser can be a good complement to voice over LTE and voice over Wi-Fi. And almost every tier 1 or tier 2 service provider is investing in VoLTE or voice over Wi-Fi in some way.
Fantastic, fantastic, really exciting stuff. So if a customer is looking to potentially call you and find out more, how will they know to call you? In other words, is there a certain kind of customer, or like, do they have a certain problem, so they know they have that problem and then they call you, you're going to solve it?
Yeah, most of the cases, as our solution is working on the application logic. Okay, we don't deal with the media plane, for example. So we are always partnering with third-party vendors. And in those cases are those vendors who bring customers to us. Because we have quite a small sales force, and we rely on those customers which see challenges and problems in the customer that they can solve. And our application server is ready to address those challenges, how to properly integrate real-time applications into existing web applications.
Excellent. Is there anything else we should know about your company?
Well, we are now expanding into the U.S. We hired a new salesperson here in the U.S., especially for the enterprise market, and we're happy to have more work here in the U.S.
Congratulations.